Hello, dynamic stars. How are you? Azurite 22 coming to you, as always, to bring your intuition to the fore, to bring you more into your life. Today, we are doing another pick a card reading, but this time, I decided to ask the Madunataire, the Kemetic divinities, Egyptian divinities, what the video should be about. And I got from them a very different kind of title, Just Cause You Can. Should you? There's that challenge where you can do it, but you've got this thing, should I? Is that something I should be doing? And if that's not in your mind and this video sees you, catches you, you find it, somebody's trying to tell you something, that thing that you thought you should be able to do, you could do, maybe you should give it a second thought. We have 3 different piles here, so I'm not quite sure where this is going today. I am leaving this to be a very intuitive, free-flowing kind of a reading where we're just going to pick cards and talk through it. First pile. Connection with Malachite. Second card, power with the tiger's eye. Third card, courage with beautiful amethyst. The timestamps will be below. Any associated links that you need for each reading will be below, but I can't tell you what they are because I haven't done this reading yet. I did not pre-record. We're doing it all now, okay? For those of you who chose card 1, connection with the Malachite, this card says, connect with someone special. A loved one is a gift to treasure. So just cause you can, should you? So right off the bat, for those of you who chose this card here, and if you look at it, right in there are 2 people. So we're already being told that there are 2 people. Situation, whether it is friendship, whether it's a loved one, spouse. This could be because, one of you is looking to maybe leave the relationship, put it on pause, because for me, I am seeing like a shadow, a bit of a cloud crossing over the 2 of them. And but it's see-through, it's transparent. So is it true? Or is it something that is going on, a figment of your imagination, one's imagination? Because they are being cradled, there is hope. There is an opening for things to progress and continue on. It is now up to you to look into it. We're going to pull some other cards. And it's out in the ethers. It's out there. So in deep dark space, there's no air, right? We can't breathe. There's darkness. Or it's a realm for more thinking. Maybe you're sitting and thinking deeply about what's going on. There's some light from the stars. There's some light from other people, maybe giving you information, maybe reminding you of all the wonderful things that have happened between the 2 of you, this friend or this lover. But you're still thinking, yes, all of that stuff is good, but what about this thing, this shadow? There's discontent. There's all of this is going to the mind state. Since you're watching this I am going to make the big assumption that you're feeling the discontent. Maybe the other person is. Let's just go with this for a second. Let's see where it goes. Someone feels like they're in shackles. Someone feels like there's no way out for them. That they feel like this shadow. See, there goes that theme of the shadow again. I don't know if you can see that shadow there on that card. And then there's that shadow again here. So we're having this amorphous thing that is rumors. Maybe it's rumors that people are spreading that is causing this challenge. And of course, I see. So maybe there are rumors that, one of you that is in this relationship may be infidelity, and maybe the other person that they're involved with is, pregnant, or there is a concern that there is pregnancy. But again, free form, no concreteness. It's just out there, floating out in the world. And you're just like, you don't know what to do with that, right? And this mask is staring at me like it's not giving me yes, it's not giving me no, it's just staring. So it's a specter, another amorphous thing, a specter of all your fears and worries and concerns. And then this card tells us patience. Those are crystals pointing upward. It almost looks as if it is the earth, and we're out in outer space. These crystals are upward. So this patience card is telling us to have patience, not to run up into the situation and, get all loud. Maybe we need to take a crystal such as this and really work with ourselves to understand what in us is being triggered. Because sometimes the reason why we get so entangled in these emotions is because maybe something in our past has done this to us, that has created a vortex of energy that this other person in the relationship, whether it's you or them, is feeding into, and you're going down into that vortex because it already existed. Let's get some more information on this. Because patience and working with maybe supports in this shape to assist you in releasing, maybe holding it against your chest and releasing anything that might be still on your heart, and doing affirmations, guided meditations for the heart chakra to release negative emotions, karmic pains, karmic debts around the situation of relationships. Okay. Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Dawal Kul is now working with your angel guides to help your journey unfold like a beautiful lotus flower, one petal at a time. So we were just talking about having patience working with the crystal, and now Dawal Kul is working with you and your angels to help you to really recall the things that you are absolutely in full expertise on. This is not your first rodeo. You have done this before, meaning spiritual work, taking the higher road, stilling the inner voices that are pushing you to do certain things that, is very common out here in the world. We see something, we hear something, we suspect something, the phone rings, shuts it off. We're down that path. But you're being asked to slow down, patience, use your spiritual techniques and practices. Calm your heart rate, calm your breathing, really sit down and think about why you're in this relationship. What are the pros and cons at the beginning? And now, wherever it is you are, see if those pros and cons are still there. See if there are more strengths and weaknesses as the relationship continued, and really investigate your own motivations for even following up this thing that's not even really well defined. Sure, you can go ahead and accuse and I want to know and tell me, but that's not where this reading is headed. This reading is kind of going, wait a minute, and it's kind of pointing the finger at you to calm first. Check and see what's going on within you, and then let's continue on. Because one could almost say that first card appears like this relationship. Maybe I wouldn't go as far as divine, but I would say enchanted, infused with love and higher energies. Because sometimes we have relationships, they're not soulmates, twin flames, but they're karmic relationships, people that we continuously come back and incarnate with all the time, right? So maybe you're having a relationship with one of these karmic soul pact type relationships where you're working out karma from a previous life. And this is part of what it is that you have to work through. Inspired. I love this card. Inspired. Creative drive. Remain focused on your goals. Keep your head clear. You see this? Again, this whole idea, not quite in focus. Things that are nebulous, right? But what's clear is there's water. There's sustenance, good food for you, or water or drink to sustain you. This is a picture of peace, of domesticity. It is not, let's run, let's fight, let's do something else. Creative drive. What are you passionate about? What are you working on right now? Whether it is a project, whether it is something at work, whether it is just, decorating your space, your car, or some other thing that you're working on, an event you're working on planning. Is that the thing that you're really working on? Because maybe you should shift the energy from things that you're not quite sure about to that, so that you can keep your head clear and focus. Because possibly, this is not something that's real. This is something that is not really what you're thinking it is. Don't know why I put this one out, but we're gonna go with it. This is my Astro cards deck. I'm gonna look into this, see how this fits in. Tenth house, career and success. Interesting. So this card I know refers to father, got this recently, or someone I know got this recently. And there's a little butterfly there. Transformation. And there's fertility in this card. So one could say that this is talking about something. Maybe a pregnancy, maybe fertility, maybe you're the one who is pregnant and not, maybe you don't know yet. And maybe because of this, budding life within you, this is only for some of you, of course, because many people are watching this. There is this extra hypersensitivity to everything because the hormones are raised. So that's something to look into for yourself, which is maybe why the rest of the reading is talking about patience. Things are not quite clear. Maybe they're cloudy, maybe they're, nebulous, because there's a lot going on within you. And this is why you need this clear head and to focus on your own goals. Magician. And it's number 24. And 24 and the E King. No, we're not doing the E King, but whenever I see 24, I think about the return. And what are we returning to? We're returning to the right path. And I know one of these cards talked about, talked about, right living, the right way of living. And the 24 talks about the return to that way. And the Magician, you are a magician. You are able to utilize any of these forces, air, water, fire, earth, to be able to sublimate all of the things that are trying to bubble through you and push you to do something that may, in the long run, not be in your best interest. I'm going to go over here. Right on top, silence. Rest your mind. Silence is good self-care. So I'm not sure exactly what the situation is in your relationship, but it does not seem like what you think is happening is actually happening. Maybe your partner is actually doing something on your behalf. And they're not good at keeping secrets. They're not good at a poker face. They're just not good at it because they love you so much and they're doing something to surprise you, to make you happy, for you to see the extent of their love for you. And maybe that's why you're getting these signals. Maybe because, there is a possible pregnancy for you that's heightening emotions. Or if it's not pregnancy, maybe you just have heightened emotions right now. It's the beginning of the year. There's a lot of new things. Maybe there's been a lot of changes in your life. But from what I am seeing here, this reading is very much telling you to just kind of calm, peace. And Malachite. We're going to look at Malachite and see if that gives us a message for you as well. Malachite, absorbing negative energy, guarding against pollution, energetic and physical, protecting against accidents, relieving fears associated with travel. And for me, what I keep hearing on that is protecting against accidents and accidental issues that arise from moving too quickly by breaking silence or going ahead and doing something that you may not be able to take back. So that is what I get from this reading for you. Those of you who chose pile 1, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me some comments below. Let me know your thoughts. And lovely, lovely, lovely to see you and be here again. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, dynamic stars. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your pile 2. For those of you who chose power, this is your reading with the Tiger's Eye. It says, own your power. Every storm brings a fresh, new beginning. So as I look upon this card, of course I see the woman in the background. She looks like a goddess, and it appears as if she has access to the power of lightning, to the power of the skies. And then I see this beautiful butterfly that is enjoying the nectar of this beautiful, it almost looks like a poppy flower. Or at least it's reading poppy to me. And what that is letting me know is the poppy is, in some traditions, it is used, the seeds of it are used for protection. And this butterfly is transformation. So we're protecting our transformation. Because the woman is in dark, she's in the shadow. So, and it's like the sun is going down. This feels like the sun is going down to me. So as the time season closes, the timing, as the timing of the situation comes to a close, the time is running out. It is time for you now to protect what all you've done for yourself, to bring yourself to whatever position that you are in, whether it be work, whether it be within your friend group, if it is all about protecting your monetary, your finances, your Bitcoin, whatever it is. This is now about protecting the things that you have achieved. If you have completed some training, some education, licensure, anything like that, it is time to put your protective shields around the things that you have created, accomplished, done. Use the poppy seeds. You can go to your local botanica to get those. Be very sweet with people around you. Always nice and cordial. You don't have to give them your business. You don't have to share anything with them. She is in shadow. You can't see her face. That's her back to us, right? So the thing that you have to be concerned with now is just making sure that it's all, all of the I's are dotted, T's are crossed before you really say anything to anyone. I want to get to this Tiger's Eye. I want to see how that plays in. Self-expression, self-worth, self-esteem, self-definition, self-love, self-concept, self-criticism, manifesting goals. That is what Tiger's Eye helps with. If you have an unpolished Tiger's Eye, it can contain asbestos. Polished stones, no problems with that. Just giving you another safety tip. But that is interesting right there. So asbestos is, of course, dangerous, toxic substances that can cause major illness. And we're talking about protecting yourself, protecting your transformation, protecting the things that you've created and accomplished from toxic people, toxic situations, right? That's a reading almost in and of itself. But let's continue. Let's get more. Boundary. Again, a woman with the back turned. Y'all, who's watching? Who is trying to spy in on you and see what the heck you're doing so that they can put their fingers in it, okay? You need to really, really... I just saw the birds. You see the birds there in the background? It's like you need to do a nice cleaning. If you know how and know what to do, you need to clean yourself with some birds, okay? These birds are not white. Card looks blue, but you could use a darker bird. If you want to use the white bird, you can go ahead, but it's almost as if you need to use the darker birds. I see like smoke here in her hands, or something not quite visible. It's like smoke. So give them some smoke and mirrors. Tell them something that may or may not be close to the truth. It's really none of their business, because you again need to protect your transformation. I swear that is like the theme so far. And look up front, it's like a bull protecting you, stopping anybody from following you and interfering with your path. And the woman is wearing white. And there is a little bit of gray in her hair. I don't know if you can see that, but that is the wisdom. There is wisdom in acting with decorum, with not stealth, but decorum. Everybody doesn't need to know everything. Were they there when you were doing the intricate step-by-step things that you needed to do to accomplish the things that you did? If they weren't there, then you don't owe it to them. I'm blowing maybe one of these. And that's 55. I just saw that. 55. That is all about, for me right now, protecting everything around you. Just really looking out and making sure that everything is good. And because it is doubled, it's almost like watch your front and watch your back. Love that. Send a signal. What kind of signal do you need to send? It depends on your situation. Sometimes the signal you need to send is, yeah, no, not really. No, not right now. That's not what we're doing. I need a little quiet time, I need a little me time. I need just to pull back. And this number is 51. I don't know if that number is significant to you, but 55 and 51. There's that beautiful crystal again. One of these crystals. Maybe really work with it. Put your intentions into a crystal like this. Really infuse it with the project, with protecting the situation you're looking to work on. And every morning, every evening, whenever you work with it, you hold it, you re-infuse it, recharge it with your energies regarding the project. If you can work with the cycles of the planets, the cycles of the moon, whatever works for you, do that, because there is clearly a celestial component to the protective work that you need to do. Why do I keep feeling drawn to pulling more of these cards? I'm just going to go with it. Venus. The first thing that I'm getting with this is the creative aspects of your project are very enticing to others. They want to know more about it so that they maybe can get in on it. Maybe they can duplicate it. Maybe they can, scoop you. I'm not sure, but all of these things are there. The womb, whatever, because there's an aspect of it. You may have finished a project or just put the main touches on it, but there's some finishing touches that need to go on, and those things are still incubating. They're still not quite fleshed out. And maybe this is what people are really looking to get in and see maybe how they can put the finishing touches and therefore claim that they did such and such and such and such. Venus is a beautiful, beautiful energy. She is abundant. She is sweet and loving and moving through the world with grace and with charm. Use that energy. If that is your energy, really put it on to disarm people, to distract them from what you're actually trying to do. Send a signal. Doesn't have to be the signal that they want to hear. It's the signal that you want to send. Use that Venusian energy to get the thing done. Okay? That is number 9. And I guess 9 is the final step before completion. So again, that follows up with right at the end there, protecting your transformation, protecting the things that you're working on. The hard-working ancestor. Don't waste your life working for others. Fulfill your dreams. Be motivated. Know your worth. Right? Our ancestors worked really hard. They did not have the opportunities that we enjoy currently. Yes, there's still challenges. Yes, there's still problems. Nobody's saying that it's perfect. But don't let the stuff that bothers you, the stuff that has held you back, don't let those things hold you back. Don't let old baggage be the thing that stops you from finishing those last touches to crossing the line and actually winning. Don't let inner demons stop you, because that's also protecting your transformation, protecting it even from your own, inner foibles, insecurities, fears. Don't let imposter syndrome stop you, okay? Because you've come too far. You've done too much. You're right at the brink. Yeah, that's part of it. Exhaustion. You have divine helpers that are coming to assist you, right? Yes, it's been a long haul, very long haul. But look at those wings. They are representing the beautiful angel that is not visible, but is there, watching over you, helping you, guiding you. And ask the angel. Maybe that's why I have angels all over the place today. Yeah, can't even do it. See? Ask your angels to help you. See if you can get the name of your angel. Maybe look up your birth angels. You can do that online. And see which angels were born with you. because all of us were born with at least 3 angels that we can call upon at any point in our existence for help, for that extra energy to pull us up when we're not feeling right. Maybe you don't feel you have the goomph to get up and do that last finishing touches because you just laid out, you were exhausted from all the work that you did and put in, and you just want to lay down and rest right now. This is not that time to do that. You are too close to the end. You have to find the strength by going within. Maybe you also send a signal to your spiritual guides, to your angels. Maybe do a little offering for them. 2 candles, whatever color that comes to you, maybe green and white, and give them a little bit of sugar, brown sugar. Put a little bit of honey in that brown sugar along with whatever pretty flowers. Take the petals and put it in there. Add a little water into it so it's in a little, like maybe cup or something, so that you're able to give that to them, and put the 2 candles on the side for your angels and ask them for their sweetness, their benevolence, their joy, their love to come to you, to buoy your spirits and buoy your energies so you can complete this project successfully well across the finish line, so that you can get the praise, the ashe that is due to you. All right, that is what your reading says. That is what your reading says. Okay, do I want to do one more just to finish it off? I don't know if this is the right one. Yeah, I'll do this one. One last card for you. How to power. Know that your inner power is strong enough to get you through. God didn't give you all of this to put you here and not take you across all the way. Okay? Underworld. Do you feel like you're in the underworld? Do you feel like you're underground, underneath all of it? That this has all piled upon you and you're just like trying to slither through because that's all you can do. That's all you can think about. That's you just getting by. Spirit understands. Spirit understands. There goes the angel. Reach out to the angel, even in quote unquote the underworld, the place where spirit deities, light, things of light, beings of light are not. They are. And think about it. Worms. I know this is a snake, but I see worms. And you know how they make these tunnels in the ground for air to come through, for sustenance, for the thing that will buoy you? That is what this is. You feel like you're under the world, underneath. But the angels are going to come through and give you a pathway that will buoy you so that you can keep going. But you have to ask for their assistance. You have to ask. For those of you who chose power 2, the reading is just cause you can, should you? Just because you can ask for help from all of those people in 3D in real life, should you? And this pile, no. You should be asking for help from your spiritual team. That's who you should be asking help from. The power comes from the divine here, from protecting your transformation, protecting the things that you have brought into this existence. So in this case, unless it's an extremely trusted person, someone that has been with you thick and thin throughout the whole thing, should you talk to other people? Should you look for other people to help you in this? No. This is the divine. This is God helping you. There you go. This reading is pointed to asking spirit for help. Asking your angels. Cleaning yourself off with birds, with fruit, with food, whatever it is. If you want to take a spiritual bath, if all of that other stuff is not for you, then do that. But clean yourself off. Make sure you get your crown chakra, because there's a lot of energies around you trying to figure out what's happening, what's going on. Right now, you need to just kind of keep yourself together. Be a beautiful, wonderful, smiling, cheerful person, but ask for help from your divine spiritual team, because this is that time. Yes, you're exhausted, but you can get it together. Namaste. For those of you who chose pile 3, the lovely Amethyst. Courage card says, take the leap. Your courage will see you through. And there is this warrior Xena looking woman and the lion and the lioness. And I see, isn't that hilarious? There are amethysts on her sword. See it? Amethyst. I didn't even notice. I did not do that on purpose. Believe me, I didn't. So we're going to go straight to amethyst. Helps with intuition and insight, insomnia, safe travel, connecting to higher self and the divine, creativity, manifestation, stress, anxiety, nightmares, and addiction. You can tape it to the bottom of your bed, by the head of your bed, to help fight off insomnia and ward off nightmares. And you could also use it to help you remember your dreams. So that's interesting, using amethyst to help you remember your dreams. She's got a sword, dagger, with amethysts on it. So of course my brain, first thing I see, probably not my brain, but the first thing that comes to me is utilizing your sharp intellect to bring back your dreams, to remember your dreams. Because maybe what's happened for you is you need courage to really begin to understand what's important to you. Because the thing that you're most afraid to do is the thing that will actually bring you success in life, in the world, in your heart, in your relationship. You have to have courage to step up and do fill in the blank. The lion and the lioness is there because they are the ones that protect family, that hunt for the food, that deter threats, right? But deter threats from what? From disturbing the pride. What are you protecting? Are you protecting your own inner, fears, insecurities, issues. Remember us. Remember the sacrifice we made. The ancestors have paved the way for you. It's like you can't make this stuff up. For you to be successful, one, you need to work with your ancestors, and another one's popping out. You need to work with your ancestors. You need to really start including them in how you move forward. Including them meaning sit down and talk to them at least once a day, several times a week, to really understand who they are and they can understand who you are. Working with ancestors is not, burning joss paper, constantly doing these elaborate rituals. A lot of times it's sitting and talking. Just like we're talking here, sitting and talking with them and just letting them know what's going on, asking them for their guidance to help you see maybe something that you haven't seen that would really help you to move past whatever blockage or challenge you're having that's stopping you from having the courage to do the thing that you know in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul you're supposed to be doing. But I have to do fill in the blank. I must take care of fill in the blank. Yes, you've got to do the 3D things, because in 3D real life, we need to eat. We need the roof over our head. We need water, food. We need recreation. We need rest. We need a lot of things. But the spiritual part of us, this part that came here to learn lessons and take with us into the next lifetime, that part also needs things. And that part right there is the part that needs your courage to do the thing that is the most scary. Because by doing the thing that's the most scary, you are going to get to the other side. And the other card that just popped out is African Mask Spirit. Spirits are warning you to protect your energy, foundation, relationships, and success. So there might be a message for you in pile 2. There might be a message for you. So if you're drawn to that pile, go to that pile as well. I'm going to take a sip of tea. There are people who want to burn you out. They want you to be like a rat on a wheel, just going. Never having time for yourself to do the things that you want to do. Why? Because by you running and doing all of those things, that means that all of their 3D needs are being met. And guess what? Your spiritual needs are not being met. So by you being on this rat race of getting things done and making this money and having the prestige of whatever it is for you, you are still not accomplishing what you need, which is why courage to follow your dreams with this amethyst here. But you also have to protect yourself, protect your relationships, protect the things that are important to you through spiritual means. Keep going for these astro cards. I got new deck astro cards and still learning how to incorporate them. But I'm just going to trust and flow. They're stiff in there. I can't really shuffle them. Get in there. There we go. All right. I think I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, that fell. boy, I think I'm only going to take the top two. Whoopsies. Eleventh house. The whoopsies. Sometimes accidents are actually not accidents. Sometimes accidents are on purpose with this reading because people are trying to take you off your path. So sometimes you have challenges and problems and obstacles, not because you did something, it's because these things were sent, which is why you have this to protect your energies. 11th house, community and technology. Sagittarius, the world explorer. So with these cards, it is best to know what is actually in your 11th house, because that sign that's in your actual 11th house in your natal birth chart is going to be the thing, the energy that you work with to help you with this. So for everybody watching this, it will be different from each of you what you work on. But community and technology is really interesting. Let me read this from the book. Because the first thing when I see community is we've got ancestors, right? Popped up. I felt drawn to pull those cards twice. And your community, you might be working with your community, which is your spiritual community, your why did I want to say spiritual community and your spiritual community? So maybe you have two spiritual communities, or maybe you're affiliated with more than one spiritual community. If you are in a situation where you are affiliated with more than one spiritual community, it is now time for you to really, really pay attention to what is happening. This star is literally popping out to me. It's like, what is your lodestar, your lodestone, the thing that you are striving most towards? What is that goal? Because if that is the goal, you have to decide if that community that you are a part of, or those communities that you are part of, are they helping you to get there? Are there structural, organizational rules, regulations, policies that you must follow that is causing you to not be able to live out your dream or accomplish your dream because you're on this constant go of getting stuff done? So in addition to be on the constant go with your 3D stuff, just getting the stuff of life and survival together, you're also maybe at the beck and call of maybe the different spiritual houses and families you're a part of, which creates even more work, a second layer of work, so that you really have very little energy to put towards your own personal goals. This is what I am getting from this card here. And maybe you can leverage technology to help you. Maybe you can utilize AI in some way to make work go a little bit faster. Not saying plagiarize or do, basic work. We'll just leave it at that. But utilize it to do the repetitive portion, if you have a repetitive portion of your job. Automate it is what I'm saying. Maybe you can use technology in that way so that you can free up some of your time so you can actually get back to doing that thing that you know you're supposed to do. Then we have Sagittarius, world explorer. Sagittarius, the world discoverer. Fire, male, Jupiter, faith and knowledge. Principle, I believe. Its opposite is Gemini. The energy of Sagittarius is meant to teach us that every path of our life is rich in values, knowledge, and experiences. The realizations from the breadth of our beliefs, the discovery, learning, and curious striving for higher things lead to happiness. Those born under Sagittarius could be perceived as true idealists who sprout forth optimism. Imprinted by the ruling planet of Jupiter, Sagittarians are often world travelers, philosophers, and adventurers who need excitement in life. Right there. It may represent a fortunate turn of events in your life, but in a reading, it can also indicate that in a situation, everything has a meaning and purpose, and that you can experience something important. For me, this is really pointing to the need for adventure in your life, because there's too much of the rat race happening. There's too much of you just doing the mundane things of life and functioning to be a devout, active member of your community, whether it be a spiritual community, a social group, your friend group, because a friend group is almost like being a part of an organized spiritual organization or a church, because friend groups, they have their hierarchies too, and there are a lot of rules sometimes in friends groups, mostly unspoken. So whatever group it is that you find yourself in, you have to really check and make sure that you have some time for yourself so that you can go out there and find some adventures to peak your energies again, to reinvigorate you. Because maybe the reason why you don't have courage is because you're exhausted, you're tired, burnt out. That's really what this is, burnt out. And I want to pick this, y'all. Yeah. It's time for you to start blooming again, just like these beautiful flowers. And that checkerboard that's back there, it doesn't really look like tic-tac-toe to me. It looks more like celestial alignments. And understanding the planets, really go ahead and look at the planets in your 11th house and find out where Sagittarius is in your chart, because that will tell you in which house it's in, because this is going to give you a lot of information about what's happening with your situation right now. Because part of what you also have to do is have beauty. Stop for moments of beauty in your life, because you're just so busy that beauty is just like, yeah, that's for other people. No, it's for you too. And I'm tired just thinking about all of the things that you do, and you probably don't get a thank you for them. You don't get appreciated and acknowledged for the things that you do. And you have to get to the point where that's just not okay. That, appreciation is shown, that you have a give and take with those around you. Maybe that's also why you don't have courage, because you feel that you're the one that has to do everything. So what's the point? You can't have courage to do your dream, because who's going to take care of all this other stuff? Fertility. You have a very fertile mind. You have a very, very, very nimble mind. But that fertility, that creativity, that new spark is asleep. It's not quite fully realized. If you don't look sharp, it'll disappear. The things you dream, the things that you want. We started off by saying, protect your dreams. This reading is just cause you can, should you. Just cause you can keep going, you can keep doing the stuff. God has given you the ashe to have, good health, strength, or just being able to persevere no matter what happens and just keep going. Should you? That's what this is asking. Just because you can do it, can keep it going, focus and get it all done, even though you're exhausted at the end of it. Should you? And what do I see? I see 111. The angels are asking you to take a good look at all of the things that you are doing and find a place, a space, an opening for you to do the things that you are supposed to be doing for yourself, even if it is 20 minutes a day, 20 minutes a week. Find it, put that time aside, lock it up, and call it yours and nobody. It is sacrosanct. That time is yours. Because once you start putting this dedicated 20 minutes a day, a week away, and lock it in your calendar, you are committing to yourself. And maybe start off that way. Cut out 20 minutes a day, 20 minutes a week for you. Okay? That is the reading for you, pile 3. Have courage. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.